You had your little chance to knock me out, didn't you? Couldn't do it, could you? Hit me with 10 shots in a row and couldn't do it.
You too have chance.
Tyson Fury just obliterated Oleksandr Usyk. Not in the ring yet, but with a reaction so savage it might as well be its own knockout round. It all started when Usyk, in a bold move, posted an Instagram story that didn't just cross the line. It drop-kicked it.
Don't be afraid. I will not leave you alone.
While we're all hyped about this rematch, especially after the Mike vs. Jake circus that lowered everyone's standards, it seems Usyk forgot that boxing isn't supposed to be a free-for-all spectacle. Fury, the self-proclaimed king of everything, is loud, brash, and unapologetic. But one thing he doesn't tolerate is nonsense from his opponents.
I know his team are a little bit upset. They've even compared me to Vladimir Putin today. I'm not sure why, because I've been rapping Tupac.
So when Usyk pulled this stunt, Fury's response was as explosive as you'd expect, and it honestly might have overshadowed the fight itself.
Fuck your team, fuck Usyk, fuck the Alex, and if you're down with Usyk, well fuck you too, just like Tupac said.
After all, this is the Gypsy King we're talking about, the guy whose entire identity is wrapped up in being the best. But let's be honest here, after his first professional loss to Usyk, the cracks in that crown are starting to show. Fury's been calling it his countdown to redemption, which is a fancy way of saying, I need to win or I'm toast. Let's not sugarcoat it. His loss to Usyk was a wake-up call. Fury walked into that fight too comfortable, too cocky, and it bit him, especially during that 9th round. You remember that round, the one where Usyk made Fury look like he accidentally wandered into the wrong sport. It wasn't just a loss, it was a public humbling of the highest order. And for someone like Fury, who thrives on being larger than life, it must have felt like getting dumped on in front of the whole school. Now this talk of redemption feels more like a desperate act. Is he genuinely confident, or is he just bluffing, hoping no one notices the panic behind the bravado?
Usyk's a worried man, and I've been around fighting men all my life. I can see inside the soul. He knows he's facing the best Tyson Fury, and what we've worked on, and how he is, and how he's...
The stakes here couldn't be higher. This isn't just about another win in the record books. It's about Fury's entire legacy. Lose again, and what's left of the Gypsy King. You can't exactly call yourself a king when your rival's holding the belt you keep dropping. Fury knows this, and you can see the pressure piling on him. It's not just about fighting Usyk. It's about fighting for his identity, his survival as the heavyweight superstar he claims to be. Meanwhile, Usyk is sitting back, cool as a cucumber, probably sipping tea while quietly plotting Fury's downfall all over again. That man doesn't just prepare for fights. He studies his opponents like he's writing a thesis. And let's not forget the mental games. Fury's mouth is almost as famous as his fists, if not more so. He's the guy who can outtalk anyone and tear them down with insults before they even step into the ring. But this time, his usual routine isn't quite landing. Usyk isn't just immune to Fury's trash talk. He's turning it into entertainment. The Greedy Belly nickname is a stroke of genius. It's more than a jab at Fury's fluctuating waistline. It's a dig at his lack of discipline, his arrogance, and his unpredictability. Fury can puff up and roar all he wants, but Usyk is just smirking, throwing out one-liners that cut deeper than Fury's loudest rants.
Hey, my friend Greedy Belly, continue training. I'm rest, brother. I know. You hard work. It's good. Appreciate.
When Tyson Fury stepped into the ring against Oleksandr Usyk back in May, he wasn't just squaring up with Usyk. He was dealing with the absolute madness in his corner. Seriously, the fight itself could have been overshadowed by the soap opera unfolding outside the ropes, led by none other than John Fury. Tyson's father decided to channel his inner reality show star with outbursts so dramatic they'd make a diva blush. It wasn't just fans' faces paling in disbelief. Boxing legends like Ricky Hatton came out swinging too, branding the corner an outright shambles. John Fury has always been a bit of a wild card, but during that fight, He dialed it up to a level of dysfunction that would leave even the most chaotic family saying yikes. While head trainer Sugar Stewart was trying to provide clear strategic instructions, John was busy yelling his own contradictory advice, turning what should have been a united front into a shouting match. Imagine trying to box one of the smartest fighters in the world, while your corner sounds like a badly organized karaoke night. Tyson might have been trading punches with Usyk, but mentally he was drowning in the noise from his own team. Successfully replacing his mischievous father, who always made headlines for his antics rather than his fighters, became a fight in itself. His usual size and reach advantages, Usyk was busy dismantling him with sharp angles of footwork that defied physics and a ring IQ that could put a chess grandmaster to shame. By the 9th round, Usyk had Fury figured out, exposing the cracks in his defense and proving that brute strength means nothing without a brain to back it up. What makes Usyk truly terrifying is his adaptability. He doesn't walk into a fight with a rigid plan. He studies, adjusts, and evolves mid-fight. That's exactly how he flipped the script in their first bout. While Fury was banking on wearing him down, Usyk had already shifted gears, forcing Fury into a game of catch-up he was never going to win. By the final rounds, the narrative wasn't
Usyk is a good little fighter at middleweight and light heavyweight, maybe up and cruiser, but he can't mess with them big guys. I was shocked when he...
In fact, John Fury became the talk of the boxing world after his chaotic interruption in his son's corner led to Tyson's first career loss against Oleksandr Usyk in the undisputed World Heavyweight Championship match in May. To further complicate things, John recently got into a brawl during his other son Tommy Fury's press conference, an incident that attracted several trolls, most notably from Usyk, and sparked serious questions about John's role in Tyson's camp. And let's be real, when Ricky Hatton, who's been through his fair share of high-stakes wars, calls it out, it's a problem. Hatton didn't just criticize, he threw down a warning. Tyson needs a single, steady voice in his corner, not a free-for-all. But here's the kicker. Tyson's loyalty to his father is rock solid, even when it might not be in his best interest. For the Fury family, loyalty isn't just important, it's everything. The problem in boxing is that sentimentality doesn't win titles. Enter Sugar Stewart and Andy Lee, the two professionals trying to bring some order to the chaos. These guys know their stuff. Sugar Hill's pedigree is unmatched, and Andy Lee's no stranger to the spotlight either. Both have made it clear that Tyson needs focus and structure to stand a chance. But let's be honest, can they outmaneuver the larger-than-life influence of John Fury? Because if they can't, and that same circus rolls into the rematch, Usyk will have a field day tearing Fury apart.
A little bit more smart to get the victory. As it would seem, my rematch with people is always ends up one way. I always end up knocking him out in the rematch.
Speaking of Usyk, the man isn't flashy, loud, or theatrical. He's just devastatingly effective. His performance in May was a masterclass in precision and strategy, while Fury leaned on Yuri's power. It was about Usyk's total control. Here's the thing about Usyk. His confidence isn't built on bravado or trash talk. It's carved out of discipline and